So this episode is for wiser people. People that are not teenagers or 20-year-olds. Because y'all aren't going to realize that a very big time in history is coming back. I think you know what I'm talking about. The 80s. Look at all of the stuff from the 80s making it back on the scene, right? So first off, I have a teenage daughter. So that is how I usually find out what is, hip and cool and pop culture. It's how I stay hip, right? Not really. So I'm not very hip. But I do learn a lot about what's going on from having a teenage daughter. So one thing that she is in love with that I never thought would come back ever is the scrunchie. So I remember the scrunchie. Hold on, I have one in my hair. Not because I was trying to be real hip today, but it was just all I could find. So you get, the scrunchie. Here it is. Look, the scrunchie. The scrunchie. Did you ever think that anybody would wear the scrunchie because it looked good, not just because it's all they could find laying around their house? I never thought the scrunchie would come back. The next thing, those banana clips, the ones. I don't have a sample of the banana clips, but they're probably going to come back too. Crimped hair. Okay, another thing that is back from the 80s that actually I kind of love. Kaboodles. When's the last time you saw Kaboodle? Was the Kaboodle an 80s thing or a 90s thing? I don't know. If you know if the Kaboodle was more popular in the 80s or the 90s, let me know down below. If you like this video, I'm the holistic esthetician. My name is Angelia, and if you could push like, and if you change your mind, you can take it off, or you can push subscribe if you want more content about everything awesome in pop culture. I may not be the one to go to for that, right? Anyway, so the scrunchie and the Kaboodle. So I'm going to post a picture of a Kaboodle. Y'all remember the Kaboodle? You put your makeup in it, and they were these bright colors. They remind me of Saved by the Bell, kind of, the design. Okay, so another thing that I have seen a lot of lately that I would say is definitely 80s, maybe late 70s, that's really making a scene right now, is crop tops. So I'm not going to be wearing one. Nobody wants to see that. But I have noticed that in all the stores that it's crop top galore. So we're just going to have to wait it out, y'all, and see this spring and summer. There are crop tops everywhere because they're all over the store. And I did see a picture of Britney Spears, who is my age, wearing a crop top. So, I guess you can never be too old for a crop top. The other thing, there was something, the eyeshadow. Have you seen the eyeshadows? They are little works of art. So they're kind of taking the 80s club kid scene up a notch. They are, there's a lot of girls wearing just red or drawing almost like art on the eyelid. I don't know in the 80s if they did that, but I call it rainbow eyeshadow, and I feel like there's a lot of rainbow eyeshadow really going on. There's a lot of boys wearing it. There's a lot of boys wearing the rainbow eyeshadow as well as girls. So, in the early 90s, there was that whole club scene thing where they kind of did that and did it in their way. But we're back. The 80s are back. So I can't remember if there was anything else. I have seen they're making some cassette players. So if anybody still has any of their old cassettes, whip them out. Next thing you know, we're all going to go out and get a VCR. Anyway, I just think it's funny right now because the 80s in my head seemed like a really terrible time in fashion. The bangs, you know, the bangs. Maybe I just looked crazy in the 80s. I would get perms and they were just tight little perms. Even the bangs, you know. Everything looked, yeah, I don't know. It could come back. Perms could come back. You know, the scrunchie has made it back. Other weird, the Kaboodle, which I'm excited about. Hey, I'm not messed up about the scrunchie coming back. Really, I rather enjoy a scrunchie. It's probably better for your hair than just a band, a regular band. Watch, my daughter's gonna see this video and be like, "Well, you got my scrunchie." I did, but you know, next time I'll ask if I can borrow it. Anyway, thanks for joining me today on whatever this was, this generation thing that the 80s are coming back. I may be getting some of the 80s mixed with the early 90s because in my head it doesn't seem that long ago. You know, it really doesn't seem that long ago. It's like we were just there. So, yeah. And anyway, so peace out.